Even here in South Korea, they are daring Kenyans. I've met one by the name Dr. Wilfred Odoyo. He's an expert in artificial intelligence and robotics. I've arranged to meet him so that he tells us all about that science and how it can be applied in Kenya. He works at a company called AI Brain, and this company is within the compound of Seoul National University. So he's waiting for me. Let us hear his story.
Hey, yes. Yes.
Sasa,
Namna gani?
poa sana.
Karibu.
Hapa ndio mko.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to, AI Brain.
Wow, asante.
Welcome to Seoul. Yes.
Mahali pa robots.
Mahali pa robots. Yes, so this is a part of the team on a Saturday. They're working. And this is Stephen.
Stephen,
yes.
nice to meet you, Stephen.
At this company, AI Brain, Dr. Odoyo, who speaks Korean language, is currently the director in charge of product management.
근데 오늘은 토요일인데 왜 다들이 이렇게 열심히 하고 있네요? 그래.
Now, what's that? I'm lost.
You're lost. Yeah, I just asked how was last night. He said
Dr. Odoyo invites us to interact with the famous Fiona.
Hello, Alex.
How are you doing? I'm fine, and you?
Please speak in complete sentence.
We've just started with Fiona to be able to provide that kind of companionship to either the elderly or the sick, or be a general kind of information robot, an instructor, a reminder. We develop it for three main reasons, like an assistant to you in various ways, also a companion, and also at the same time as an entertainer. In our company, just by the name AI Brain, we're trying to develop the brain, just like the human brain, into the machines. Our main core here is to develop that machine, like to process wholly the general intelligence of human being.
What is artificial intelligence?
Artificial intelligence, which also many people refer to as AI, is a really buzzword these days. AI is, trying to make the machines act or think or do things that human people do naturally.
How is the weather in Nairobi?
It is clear in Nairobi today.
I work on robotics, and mostly my job is to manage the different type of robots we have. But we're currently focusing on vision.
Vision.
So we have many cameras that we use, but this is a prototype for eye gaze. So this camera will be on a robot face, but the software would be the same, so that when you talk, it will look at you and act like a human being. So that you know how, like, if you talk to your phone, it feels like you're talking to a machine, but if it had natural movement, it will feel like as if we're talking to each other.
When it comes to advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, South Korea is a strong contender. Now, do you remember a robot carrying the Olympic torch in Daejeon City in South Korea as part of the relay leading up to the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics?
Oh, it was actually that one.
It is that one?
It was exactly that one.
Yeah, this is the robot that carried the Olympic torch. Interesting, eh? Okay. Can look at it quickly. Yeah. It's this particular one? Okay. And
So
then it was
actually two of them. So this one was carried and then passed it on to that robot.
Hubo is a walking humanoid robot developed by the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology in Daejeon City, some 140 kilometers from Seoul City.
Our lab is called Hubo Lab, and our lab focuses on walking robots. So we cover two-legged robots and also four-legged robots, as well as robots on wheels.
This center may be miles and miles away from Dr. Odoyo's workplace in Seoul City, but what is happening at both locations is all geared towards the same thing: using artificial intelligence to make work easier.
In robotics, we have companion robots or industrial robots, or service robots. In near future, we are going to collaborate with some of these machines in order for us to accomplish other tasks that probably are repetitive or are not very good for human health.
Elsewhere at a coffee expo in Soul City, we found robots making and serving coffee. Back to Dr. Wilfred Odoyo. He was born in Migori County and he is an alumnus of St. Joseph Rapogi Boys High School. It is his ambition to gain knowledge abroad that saw him fly to South Korea for studies in 2002 thanks to connections made through a Japanese organization he was working for in Kenya. He pursued computer science for his undergraduate studies at Chams University while working part-time and graduated in 2005.
I got a very good professor who encouraged me to continue, with my education because he saw the opportunity and also the potential in me as a student. And also by that time, the Korean government was very good. They already started offering foreign students some kind of scholarship. So I won my master's scholarship. And then after 2 years, graduated in 2007. Then I took my PhD degree. That is also under Korean government scholarship. So I graduated in 2012.
His master's was in computer engineering, while his PhD research was on computer pattern recognition. It was a long journey, as it took him 10 years from undergraduate to PhD. Dr. Odoyo was lucky to get a job in South Korea after completing his studies.
One of my colleagues we used to study with at the graduate school had some connection. He was working and also studying at the same time. So he called me to one of his former companies. So that is how I ended up joining a company called Crosset. Crosset is a digital certificate issuing, so they deal with public key infrastructure.
Dr. Odoyo says he's not here to stay forever.
My hope is to go back home and serve the people of Kenya in various capacity, more so in providing this kind of technology, because I think we need it in various fields. Like now, this is robots, industries. In agriculture, you've seen, some of these very high-tech, combined kind of harvesters or weeding kind of machines and all this. They need some kind of intelligence to be able to apply it.
Do you think this technology can be applied in Kenya? Are we there yet?
I know that there are people who are working on this. The government, the private sectors, and actually the universities, I think they should be having some cooperation that involve this kind of research. Recently, I think I also read about Bitange demo. Dr. Bitange, I think, is also very much involved in AI, the blockchain technology. Dr. Chams, if maybe you know him, he's also very tech-savvy person. So he's been also involved.
In his own words, South Korea has been good to him.
They're good people. The language was a challenge in the beginning. Food, you get used to it. Of course, homesick, you miss family a lot. My wife would visit Korea or I go home.
Dr. Odoyo is the chairman of the Kenya Professional and Business Association of Kenyans in South Korea. But there is the wider group known as the Kenya Community in South Korea, which has about 300 members.
There are Kenyans in South Korea in various capacities. There are some who have gotten, lecturing in the universities, after graduating from here or coming for further studies. There are some doing businesses, selling Kenyan maybe coffee or Kenyan couriers, and maybe looking for other opportunities. Most of them are actually students. Students are here a lot on private capacity, and also those who are supported or sponsored. I also serve as an advisor for the wider Kenya community in Korea.
Dr. Odoyo is also the interim chair of the Kenya Diaspora Welfare Wing of the Kenya Diaspora Association, KDA.
Daring abroad is daring. Yeah, daring abroad is actually daring. It's no joke. You have to make it home away from home. Sometimes you can feel discrimination. You have to feel home. You have to make yourself feel at home. You have to be dedicated. If you're a student, you have to do your work. If you are an employee, you have to do your work. If you're a business person, you have to be very competitive. Passion, focus. I think we are not running away from our country. We want to make it better.
And as we conclude Dr. Odoyo's journey abroad, here is his closing remark.
Shortcuts don't work abroad. You will be deported in one way or another. You will not make it. And they say a thief has got 40 days, but I think it is shorter for you. If you are trying to have a shortcut in abroad, your first attempt could be your 40th attempt.
Very interesting indeed, and a rare topic for daring abroad. And as you heard from Dr. Wilfred Odoyo, it's science and technology that will transform nations. And his vision is to eventually transfer what he's learned here in South Korea to his home country, Kenya. That's how we end our show today. From Seoul, I'm Alex Chamada. Bye-bye.